Hey guys, Forlorn here, and well, a lot of Nintendo NX rumors have been flying around for quite a while now. Everything from whether or not it's even going to be hardware to, the specs. Is it going to be a 3DS successor, all this stuff going on in? Well, for me personally, I'm more interested in the games that are going to be coming out on this thing. The launch title specifically right now. Because for me, when the Wii U came out and I bought it day one, for a good year or so, it was basically a Monster Hunter box for me. That's all I was doing on it. I was playing Monster Hunter. So I think that the Nintendo NX, whatever the official name for it's gonna be, because I remember the Wii U, wasn't it Project Cafe? The original Wii was called like the Revolution before it came out, so we don't actually know what it's gonna be called, of course. But when the NX does come out, it's gonna need some of those games, if you get what I'm saying. And we need some good launch titles, basically, at the end of the day. Launch titles that the Wii U had a pretty weak lineup. And to be honest, all consoles this gen had a weak lineup, but the thing is that the Xbox One and the PS4 had, big AAA third-party games coming with it. But I think the first launch title I'm going to want on this Nintendo NX is Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. If it is a console, I want my consoleized version of Monster Hunter, just like it was with Tri Ultimate on the Wii U. I don't know what it is, I'm not much of a handheld person. I really am not. And as much as I want to get a 3DS for Monster Hunter on it, I don't know. I just can't bring myself to. And I love Monster Hunter, I really do. And I really hope that the new Nintendo console would have a Monster Hunter game on launch, hopefully. I mean, probably just be like Tri Ultimate, just port it over from the handhelds. So I don't think that'd be too hard to do, hopefully at least. At the end of the day, that'd probably be my number one day one buy. Apart from that, we're gonna probably see Zelda. I don't know if it's gonna be the Zelda U because they've been delaying that a while. Some people are suggesting that it might be delayed because of the new console. We're gonna have to see how that turns out. We might end up with a Twilight Princess situation, of course, like it was with the Wii when it was released on the Wii and the GameCube when the Wii was released. It's hard words right there, but the thing is that Twilight Princess was kind of a rough game on the Wii. It wasn't actually that great. It was kind of just the GameCube version roughly ported and motion controls sloppily tacked on. I didn't like it that much on the Wii. I felt like the GameCube was far superior of a game. So if they do end up porting Zelda U for a launch title, hope they do it better than they did with Twilight Princess. Definitely. Would like to see a new Metroid. I think everyone wants to see a new Metroid, whether it's a Prime game or like a 2D side scroller. I don't mind. Personally, I'd like to see something like Metroid Prime Hunters. That was on the 3DS, the DS. If anyone remembered that game, as I just died at two Claymores there back to back. That was cool. But Metroid Prime Hunters was really fun. I remember playing that just with my friends like in school and stuff. We'd all be pulling our DSs in class and just playing Metroid Prime Hunters. I love that game. So I'd love to have a game like that on a console, on the new Nintendo console. That'd be one of the top launch titles. Not number one, maybe like 3, 4, 5 maybe, but I'd definitely pick that up day one. I think a lot of people want a full-fledged Prime game. I don't know if they do that. I mean, who knows what Retro Studios is working on at this point. The last thing they did was what? Donkey Kong? Yeah, I believe that was what it was. A new Donkey Kong would be cool, but I think that's kind of a given. As it's just a matter of when it's going to come out. I don't think that necessarily needs to be a launch title. I'd like to see a new Mario Galaxy, but any kind of Mario game I feel is going to kind of be a launch title. I wouldn't honestly. I'm tired of the 2D platformers for Mario. I like stuff like Galaxy, 3D World, and all that. So I'd rather have something more akin to that for a day one launch title. Of course, you're gonna want some third-party AAA titles. Even if you don't like the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, the GTA's. I mean, the console kind of needs them to survive in the long term, as we've seen with the Wii U. The drought of games that have been happening on the Wii U is actually it's pretty bad. There are long periods of time where there's just no games, like no major games coming out, like months on months, and it it gets pretty brutal sometimes. You know, you just have the Wii, just kind of sitting there playing older games, and yeah, the games are fun, but I'm playing these games for a long time. I'd like some new stuff. Splatoon 2? Splatoon 2 maybe? I hope Splatoon 2 would, you know, add a lot of new mechanics, because I don't want Splatoon to turn into Nintendo Call of Duty where it's the same game every single time. That wouldn't be too fun. But I do like Splatoon. I haven't played it that much recently, but I really enjoy that game. What's it called? Just everything down to the base mechanics of that game. It's very unique. So I'd love to see a new Splatoon game as a launch title. You know, I'd like a racing game. F-Zero would be great, but I don't know. I'd like to see a proper Need for Speed Underground remake. The new one, I mean, you don't even have manual transmission in the new Need for Speed that's coming out. It's not a good sign for me. Playing on automatic on a racing game. What about the people? What about the people with all the like super expensive wheel and chair setups? You know, like it's an arcade and they can't even use the shift. Oh, that's a blunder right there. I'd like to see. Imagine if Nintendo got exclusive rights to like Underground 2 remaster. That'd be pretty cool. I doubt that would ever happen, but even just having a racing game, I think, is pretty important. I'd like F-Zero's obviously the big one that everyone kind of wants to see. But we do have Fast Racing Neo coming out for Wii U, which is kind of like a spiritual successor in a way. I mean, it's nice, and I'm very excited, and I will be buying that, but I want my F-Zero back. What else could we have, though, for launch titles? I mean, I've gone through basically all the major Nintendo things, I believe. A new IP, though, definitely. Something new. I think Splatoon kind of proved that Nintendo, I mean, you give them the time, they can come out with really good new IPs, original IPs, that are unique and not just the same gameplay mechanics copy and pasted from other consoles, or other AAA games, so hopefully new IP. I mean, new IPs in general, Nintendo's been kind of scarce on them lately. Splatoon, though, the big one, of course, but I would like to see some more. Something new, something fresh. It's always nice to have, especially with a new console. But I think in terms of launch titles, that probably nails it for what I'd be looking at personally. If you guys have any more launch titles you'd like to see, throw them down in the comments maybe. But I think that the number one, in terms of the new console, the number one thing they want to avoid is something like the Wii U being nothing but a Monster Hunter box. And it was for a lot of people a Monster Hunter box. It was a common thing I saw online back when we released, like a year into it. Everyone's like, yeah, I haven't touched my Monster Hunter box in 5 months, blah blah blah, because that's all anyone was playing it for, Monster Hunter. It is what it is, but you want to avoid that situation again, and I think third parties are the number one way around that. Nintendo really has to try to get those third parties back with them for this new console, because, I mean, let me put it this way, Call of Duty, look at this, I'm playing Call of Duty on the original Wii. Call of Duty doesn't even come out for the Wii U anymore. Like, even Activision gave up on them. All they have left is Skylanders. So, like, if you can't get Call of Duty on your system, something's wrong. This game comes out on everything. It used to come out on like the DS. I still have World at War on the DS. So, oh well. Hopefully, the new console will cue things like Call of Duty back onto the console, because even, like I said, even if you don't like the games, they are necessary, I feel, for the health of the system, especially long term. If Nintendo can't pump out, you know, one big game every month, they need third-party games coming out for them, third-party AAA big titles that everyone's looking forward to. I'm looking forward to Devil's Third. People have actually said it's a decent game, but it's not out in NA till December. Meanwhile, everyone in Europe's having fun already. Ah, you guys are so lucky. But yep, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you don't mind the old gameplay. I mean, it's Black Ops on the Wii. It's old as hell. It's like, what, 5 years plus now? But yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later.